Good morning, boys and girls, moms and dads, everybody in viewer land. Happy Generator Monday and Garbage Monday. And as you can see, we're looking at an empty spot. This is where I keep our friend, the Champion Dual Fuel. Because if the power goes out, my Generac 24 kW hopefully will start and run the detached garage in our house. But if the Generac failed to start, that's when I'm going to need the Champion Dual Fuel. So she sits right here, and on the Monday test, I push her out the overhead door. But the reason I keep it here is I can pull it back and I can take it out the service door right here, because you're not going to have power if you come to get this baby. So I have it right here under its blanket, and then everything I have over in the other spot over there is its basket with all the tools that we've gone over how to use those things and what I carry in there. But I keep the generator right here ready to go. So I would take it out the service door. So we'll go outside here and we'll start over the Generac on the ice here. So I always keep it away from doors and windows, open doors and windows. And anytime you run one of these, you want to make sure that you have working smoke alarms and a battery backup CO2. You want your smoke alarms battery backed up and your CO2 monitor battery backed up. So yesterday was turn the clocks ahead the other night. So we all turned our clocks ahead. Every time you turn your clocks ahead, change the batteries in your smoke alarms and your CO detectors. Some of them might last a year if they're hardwired, but why gamble with your life? Go ahead and just change those batteries. Make your life simple throughout the year. So change your batteries for that situation. But we've all gone over how to start this, and I got my non-ethanol fuel in there, 1 quart of gasoline to run it. I always check the oil prior to starting it, so that's a good idea. And you want to check the oil when it's level. Today I have it on its board, so it's on an angle, so we drain all the gasoline out of the tank, because I like to store it dry. A lot of people put stable or sea foam and different additives to the gasoline to make it sit here, and you got 8 gallons of gasoline sitting there, and you don't use it, so it's going to go bad. So you're better off just running it dry with the gasoline and not having any gasoline. In an emergency situation, remember I run my propane. I put the bottle in my little basket, and that way when the power comes back on, you just shut off the propane bottles, and then it stops the generator. That way you're not storing it full of gasoline. But remember, open that bottle super slow. Take your time. The regulators are designed so that they don't blow everybody up, but if you send too much pressure too fast to the Generac, it won't run right. So we're going to go ahead and start her up here. The petcock's open, as you can see. Battery's on. Full choke. A load on it when it starts, so you want to run it with a load on it, let it run, but you don't want it to die with a load on it. Remember that. When you hear it stutter and sputter, and you'll hear it, you'll know, because you're getting used to your machine hearing it every week. So disconnect the load at that time. As you can see, boys and girls, we had a storm up here, and it was like rain snow mix, so it was like concrete. So my snowblower wouldn't go through this, but I hand dug it with a steel shovel. It's important to keep access to your transfer switch. So I have it all dug out nice. I'd never have a problem getting in here. So the camera lady fell.
didn't drop the phone.
Here's our 24 kW Generac. And you'll notice we have the green light on. You can see the green light. Now with that storm we had the other day, I was out here clearing snow off of it. The camera lady did a nice job dragging the snow away from the building and around it. So I went to dust the snow off the top and I accidentally hit that switch in the back. So while I was shoveling over here, I looked and it was red. I go, what happened to that? You know, so I popped the cover open and it was code 2800. Well, that means one of those switches is hit. So I inadvertently hit my little switch without knowing it. So I simply reset the switch on the back, right here. That switch. And there's one inside too, but that's for the fire department. Remember, Deputy Chief Lee was out here from Three Lakes Fire Department with us, and he showed us that switch. So that's what that switch does. I accidentally hit it, and it gave me a red light, code 2800 when I opened the lid. I knew what it was. I reset the switch so that it's in the proper position. Then you hit off, the red button, then the enter, and then you hit the green auto, and then it will relight up. So that's what I did. So if you ever hit that switch, make sure you always, whenever you're out here working on it with the snow and stuff, you look at it and make sure it's not code 2800 because you hit the switch. As you can hear, she's firing up. And you want to make sure that you have your date and your time programmed into the Generac, because it was daylight savings time the other day and everything's run ahead. So my clock, because I had the date set, knew that it was daylight savings time and it's set to the right time. So when it falls behind your springs ahead, your daylight savings time will be adjusted in there. You just got to keep your date and your time current in there, so that's important. So if you ever have to reset your Wi-Fi and go through everything, make sure your date and time are entered in there correctly. So other than that, have a good day. Check your equipment, be safe, be ready, be prepared, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.